Hi guys, welcome back to Sunday League to Champions League. My name is Chris, aka Big Will, and today we have a home league game against Bochum, and we follow it up with the second leg against NEC Nijmegen. Since you were last with us, unfortunately our title race is probably over. We lost 1-0 against Leipzig and missed 2 penalties in that game. So unfortunately, I think, like I say, title race is pretty much done and dusted. Previous to that, we drew 0-0 again against Bayer Leverkusen. We beat Schalke by 3-2. We had a bit of a friendly game against Genk, which we won 2-1. And we managed to win the first leg at home against NEC Nijmegen by 3-1. But we had to make some changes near the end of the game, and luckily those changes got us the result. So going into this game, we're 9 points behind Dortmund, only because they won their game earlier. We're in a situation where we just can't lose. If we want to maintain this title race, we've got to win every single game and rely on Dortmund losing twice, one of which would have to be against us as well. So a lot to get through, really, in the grand scheme of the season. But hopefully we can continue our title race. We have already qualified for the Champions League, which is a relief in itself, and we're far beyond our expectations in doing so. We've been given a transfer budget ready for next season as well of around £21 million. It's not a lot for a Champions League side. We are already signing 2 young players, one of which is the Serbian, which I mentioned, but that deal was done before the 21 million was announced. And we've agreed a deal for a Romanian striker as well. And then core focus goes to left back and right back, I think, at that point. We have potential deals that we could do for those positions, but at the same time, the players that we're looking at also play in centre back and so on and so forth. I kind of want positional focus with 1 or 2 players now, and it's proving a little bit difficult to find those kind of players, but we are still in the market for them, and we'll see what happens from there. So far, so good. Seem to be dominating possession. We're dominating in terms of chances as well, but our first highlight goes to the opposition. Dardai here to Marinkau. Plays it out wide to Paslak. Frangarcia doing well to win possession and just plays it back to Shiarodia. And now we can build. Just holds on to it and finds Frangarcia again. Back to Shiarodia. Frangarcia moving down this left-hand side. Gets a little bit of space to run into. Can he find a pass? He's just been pulled down by Varane, but Opacic picks it up. Can he cut it inside? Again, Varane getting involved. It's come for Delphi Catala. That's a great cut inside. Can he get the finish? He can't. It's bundling about in the penalty area, and somehow it just didn't end in even a shot, which was a bit bizarre. Frangarcia trying with the long throw. It didn't work, but we do end up with possession just inside our own half with Ornelas, who plays it to Anastasov. Now, Eamon Carey moving through the middle, plays it all the way back to the keeper, Hein. And that's a poor pass from the keeper. Anastasov didn't really react to it. And Kenan Göksu trying to get the cross in. Österhag into Efe. And it's hit the side netting. A little bit poor from us defensively there. We need to just step it up a little bit. Kasper Nielsen has taken a knock as well in this first half. Not looking like he's going to shake it off. So that could be a change that we make come half time. And again, I think we've got such a young squad, and I think the title challenge, we're just getting to that point where it's just a little bit too much too soon for the squad, I think. But the fact that we've qualified for the Champions League, I think, is a fantastic achievement. Kasper Nielsen, we are going to bring off. Lewis Miley can come on for him at half-time. And I think we've certainly got a lot that we can build on here. How far can we take them? I'm not sure, but so far, the signs are optimistic. Opacic. Lewis Miley at the far post off the woodwork. Of course, he has the height advantage, which Kasper Nielsen doesn't. But Emerson with a lovely finish with the outside of his right foot. It's still curled away from the goalkeeper into that bottom corner, but it was a lovely finish. And we've taken the lead right at the start of this second half. And we find ourselves now in a position where we can build on this lead. Chavlina just laying it back to him. And what a lovely strike from Emerson that was. I don't know quite if it was a bit more like a toe bung or outside of the right foot, but either way, it flew into that bottom corner and we have an advantage. Again, relatively even in terms of chances now. Bochum starting to come out and try and create a few more chances. We are going to demand more from the team. The fact that it's so close, obviously, isn't ideal. Emerson here to aim and carry. Back into Emerson. Chance to get the ball into the penalty area. Tried to get it past Paslak and couldn't. And they just about managed to clear, but it's fallen for Opicic. And now Fran Garcia on this left-hand side. Chance to get it in. Opicic now in the penalty area. Brought down by Varane. And, well, the move continued briefly there. But the referee, despite a slight delay, has actually blown for a penalty. We've not had a good record, really, from penalties this season. We've actually missed quite a few. And the penalty has been given. And Nilsson's missed a few penalties this season, as has Emerson. Opicic with the chance here to step up, and he scores it. Finally, we score from the penalty spot. It's his first goal in quite a few games, in fact, Opicic. He's had a bit of a rough spell of matches, but the worst is over with that now, hopefully. He converts the penalty, and we have a 2-goal lead. Opicic, incidentally, is struggling a little bit for fitness, as is Emerson. And we'll have to keep tabs on that as the game goes on with that second leg of the Conference League tie in midweek. But FA here trying to charge forward for Bochum. It's a good save from Hein there. And again, slightly poor from us defensively. I think our awareness just needs to be picked up a little bit. Fran Garcia has not actually had a good game today. We're going to get Yao Martins on for him. Ismail Asensio can come on that left-hand side. Opicic has had a good game, though. And I think it's the right time to replace him. In fact, Yao Martins will put it right back. Shia Rodia can move out to left back, and we'll get Yuri Havilon at centre back. Ornelas is on a yellow card, but in terms of actual midfield options, we are running a little short at the moment. Kone, of course, is out injured. He ended up with a hernia injury. Can't talk this afternoon. I don't know why. So he's out for around a few more weeks, I think. So hopefully he'll be back sooner rather than later for the run-in toward the end of the season. With 10 minutes to go, though, it looks like we're pretty much assured of victory now. But again, in relation to chances, Bochum have run us close today. They've just not been able to convert the way we have. Here is Fofana, just holding on to it and laying it back to Felix Paslak. And now Fofana again, looking to get a strike away and can't. If we put the pressure on here and win possession, we are in a very good position. But we're forcing them back a little bit. And Paslak into Dardai, finds the pass to Fofana. And now Marinkau. Althen's in space on this right-hand side for Bochum. Swings it into the penalty area. Downs was there. It's a good headed clearance. And Lewis Miley picks it up. Has the chance to play a pass. Decides to run with it. He's not really got the pace, if I'm being truthful, but he's still going. Lewis Miley, and he finds aim and carry. Really good run from him. Ornelas back into Lewis Miley. And that is a phenomenal goal. Where Lewis Miley is concerned, that was absolutely phenomenal work. Brilliant running down that right-hand side. I thought he was overdoing it, to be fair, but it's worked out extremely well for us. And we have a 3-goal advantage now. It's certainly the 3 points secured, which is the important thing, of course. But not only that, we've done it with 3 goals. And if we can keep the clean sheet, again, we're keeping an eye on goal difference. It could prove so vital this season. Obviously, the head-to-head against Dortmund in the league isn't great because we lost 1-0, but we play them second to last game of the season, don't we? So, plenty that we can still be optimistic about. We just have to keep winning games in the meantime. The hardest games, of course, the likes of Bayern Munich, Leverkusen, they're done. We've played both games against each of them. We've got a derby against FC Köln coming up, though. That could also be a tough one. Kasper Nilsson's just going to be out for a couple of days. Manu Kone is out. He's actually potentially going to be back for the next league match, which is pretty ideal considering the running we've got. The likes of Stuttgart, Freiburg, FC Köln, Dortmund and Mainz there. And obviously if we get through the Conference League game today, we are certainly going to be looking in a strong position. So we've got a few days to go until that match, so bear with me and I'll just get through that and hopefully we can secure a place into the semi-final. Okay then guys, here we go for the game away against NEC Nijmegen. Like I say, we're 3-1 up on aggregate at the moment. Looking at the current scorelines, we expect Everton and Lazio to go through from their respective games. Austria Vienna 2-0 up away at, after their home game against Celta Vigo, so that could be quite a shock in the making, to be honest. We knew Everton and Lazio would get to the latter stages. If we can avoid them, that would be wonderful. But we'll have to see how we do. In relation to the side, Pablo is unregistered. Manu Kone will come into the squad just to be in and around it, basically, for the time being. We're not going to rotate too much for this match, purely because of the importance of it. Casper Nilsson, we will drop him. Lewis Miley can start. I'm pretty convinced that he earned that after that performance that he put in against Bochum. And I am tempted to rotate with some of the defenders, but for the time being, I think it's probably better that we leave it as it is and we can make substitutions accordingly. If we get a couple of early goals just to secure the tie, we'll make the changes probably at half time at that point, but we'll see again how we get on. We're very much favourites for the game. There is still a little bit of unrest in the squad purely because of Jere Havel and Martins. But Jere Havel's actually been absent from training again without permission. So there are things in motion. We can't undo it at the moment, but we'll have to see what happens come the summer. Frangacia here into Catala. Ornelas back to Carry. That's a great pass. Catala couldn't get there and catch Shavlina there with the strike just wide of the post. Bit of a snapshot from him, but nonetheless just wide. Everton have taken the lead in their second leg against Randers. They won the first leg 4-0, so it's pretty much a done deal now, to be honest, for them. And hopefully we can keep it tight here, proper here with a free kick. And it's a lovely effort. It's actually flown off the woodwork and it remains 0-0. And we are on the break here with Opacic. He's charging down the left-hand side. Can he find the support? No, he can't. But he does try and flick it off Thierry Small for the throw. Unfortunately, it didn't work out. And again, like I say, it remains 0-0. And as you can see, same thing happened in the other leg. Nijmegen seem to be the better team at the moment. They're creating more chances, and we have got our stronger side out at the moment, but neither side with an attempt on target at the moment. Here is Frangacia back to Chiarodia. Into Ornelas. Plays it inside to Chavlina. Lewis Miley. That's a great pass. Emerson Royal with a bit of space to run into. Chance to get the cross in. And there is Opacic at the end of it. Really good finish. Good work down this right-hand side as well. We created the space for the opportunity. We widen our advantage on aggregate here to 3 goals at 4-1. And by the looks of it, we're heading to the semi-finals, which, again, considering the nature of the tournament, it's a European tournament, I'm extremely happy with the progress we've made this season. We really struggled to qualify, if you remember last year, but the way that we've played this season, the new signings have settled in. I don't think we're going to have to do a lot. As Lewis Miley wins the header there at the far post, but heads it just over the crossbar. We don't have to really do a lot in the summer. I don't think it's literally just fine-tuning a couple of positions. I think we need to strengthen at fullback, possibly in goal as well. Other than that, I'm pretty happy with the squad. It's a case of whether Jere Havel and Martins will leave as well, which will definitely signify potential for signing a centre-back as well. But so far, so good. We are going to make some changes, I think. Despite Nijmegen's apparent domination in the match, we do still hold our advantage. We are going to make some changes, like I say. Casper Nilsson is strong enough to play a little bit today. Chavlina can come off for Asensio. Julius Alma can come on for Opacic as well. And I think, to be honest, Jere Havel will get him on for Chiarodia, and Frangacia can come off for Martins. And we'll give the two misfits a bit of game time as well. Because they're still part of the squad, they're still willing to play. We've still got to have them as part of the setup, of course. So it's proving difficult to manage it at the minute, but we still seem to be getting through our games. As Ornelas finds Emerson charging down the right-hand side, support arriving in the penalty area if he can find it. He plays it back to Casper Nilsson. There is Ornelas, and he's got to hit the target. He had quite a bit of space there, but the strike goes over. Emerson here with a throw into Eamon Carey. Just holds on to it, knocks it back to Anastasov. Now Ornelas looking to this left-hand side. Catala into Julius Alma. Havel into Alma. Can he play it across? Stefanovic does get onto it and manages to clear. Emerson with good control, but then he just lets the ball out of his grasp and Slitty manages to get onto it. Mendes looks back over the top and Slitty picks it up. Potential opportunity for an equaliser here. Swings it in. Armstrong is there at the far post, and he scored the goal against us in the first leg as well. 4-2 on aggregate now. And they're certainly proving that they're not pushovers, which I quite like, to be honest. They are the underdog in this tie, but they have certainly done a lot better than we have today. We're going to demand more from the team. Lazio 2-0 up in their game, 2 goals in 5 minutes. They're through now. Vigo have scored from the penalty spot in their game against Austria Vienna, but as it stands, Vienna are still 2-1 up on aggregate. Here is Mendes with the throw. Looks long for Jensen. It's a poor one, and Nilsson picks it up. Katala, Eamon Carey, Ornelas. Plays it back to Havel. Now Katala again. Need Martins to be a little bit more direct with his runs. Alma does make him make that run, and Martins cuts inside and finds Ornelas again. Now Emerson down this right-hand side. Can he cut in? Yes, he can. And the strike is hit off the side netting, unfortunately. But that would have been the tie over. Here is Gibson into Oroz. And now Proper knocks it forward. Slitty couldn't get there, and Emerson nods it forward to Kasper Nilsson. Lays it back to Ornelas. Now Katala. Now Havel. Just holds on to it. Lays it across to Anastasov. Tried to play it through, and Mendes missed his challenge, and Kasper Nilsson is in, and that is a good save by the goalkeeper Popper, and it remains one apiece again. Like I say, we've shown a little bit of guile here. We've worked hard at it. Have we deserved to win the tie overall? Yeah, probably we have, but at the same time, fair play to NEC Nijmegen. They have given very good account of themselves today, and it's been a very even game. Again, we've already made all our substitutions. A few players struggling for fitness now. As we go into added time, Emerson swings in the corner. Is headed away by Gibson. Is picked up here, though, by Kasper Nilsson. Can he get the ball back into the penalty area? Plays it toward Ornelas, and there is Emerson. It's a good run. Finds Kasper Nilsson. That's a lovely finish, isn't it? It was well worked. We were a bit lucky with the way it came around to him, but Kasper Nilsson finishing it really well into the bottom corner. It's actually his first goal from open play for quite some time as well, which is a bit of a relief from my point of view, because he showed really good signs at the start of the season, and he got an injury, and since then he has struggled to get his form together. But 2-1, and our pretty reasonable winning form of the season looks set to continue here in Europe. I'm hopeful that we don't play Everton or Lazio in the semi-final. If they play one another, obviously it puts us in a pretty good position for at least getting into the final then, and then it's just a one-off game. Here is Mendes into Slitty. Now Cesar into Stevanovic. I mean, the time's pretty much clicked over now. Here is Proper. It's a good strike. It's gone wide, and that should be that. We had an extra minute onto it, but we are through to the semi-final of the Conference League. And again, we've done extremely well so far to get this far. And onwards and upwards, it would appear. Austria Vienna did manage to hold on, so they've knocked out Celta Vigo. Everton and Lazio pretty comfortable in their victories as well. And at least we're getting a little bit of money coming in as well, because financially we are struggling still, even now. Incidentally, the board did increase my transfer revenue. I put in a request, they increased it to 55%. So still not ideal, but it's better than what it was. So we can take that and hopefully push forward with it. We've been drawn against Austria Vienna. Ooh, we could be heading into a final. Very much so. This is very doable. The fact that we're playing Austria Vienna means Everton or Lazio in the final, provided we get through it, of course. In terms of the way things are going to go, we'll probably do the first leg off camera, the same way I did with NEC Nijmegen. The Dortmund game is a very big game, isn't it, really? I'll see how things go. If the season takes a bit of a turn, obviously, the Dortmund game will be, well, it won't mean anything. It'll already be done and dusted at that point. But if we're still in with a chance, the Dortmund game will be in the next episode. If not, we'll do FC Köln and the second leg of that semi-final. And hopefully, like I say, a European final to come. We're hoping a lot for a title challenge, but realistically, the Conference League is our target now. So until next time, guys, thank you very much for your support. Please like, subscribe to the channel. It's all greatly appreciated. I will see you all next time. This is Big Will, signing away.